Hello everyone. So I'm so excited to show you the progress of this rocky berm garden. So it started off with just applying topsoil, followed by wood chips, and then finally laying the rocks over here. So anyway, if you're thinking of doing something similar, just know that you got to be aware where you get your topsoil from, because it could contain chemicals that you don't want. Also, there may be weed seeds there as well. So the topsoil that we used came from our property here from a couple of other projects in the past. So I'm glad that we were able to get that. All right, so this is what it looks like today. So initially I was fine with just having rocks over here and wanted to not plant anything yet until the wood chips have broken down, most of it broken down. So the reason I could not wait was because this area is more of a focal point whenever I would step out into our front garden here. So I will show you. So here's the porch. So whenever I step out this way, I look out that way. And whenever I do that, of course, I would see what's going on over there. And you can see that if there wasn't anything there, there would just be a pile of wood chips with some rocks there. Usually it would take, I would say, at least 6 months to a year, or even longer, depending on how big the wood chips are. So look at the wood chips here. It was a beautiful pile of wood chips, but you can still see that there are some big chips over here, big wood still. So as you know, when you have wood chips that have not been broken down yet, they rob nitrogen from your plants, and plants need nitrogen for foliage health. So as you can see, we just have a sea of wood chips here, not good for a lot of plants. All right, so why did I decide to go ahead and plant some plants right now, knowing that they could possibly not get all the nitrogen that they need because of the big chunks of wood chips over here? Well, it's because, of course, I was impatient. I wanted to get some planting done. The other reason is because I know the plants that I have here, they're not picky about the soil condition, their environment. I know that most of them are very hardy, except one I do not know how it's going to do, but I have done something special to that particular plant to make sure that it's going to do well. All right, so you will notice that the plants chosen here are either sedum, or they're in the mint family, or they are very drought tolerant, bulletproof plant like that yucca one, or one that has a tap root such as that gara. And then I have a lemongrass right there that was there originally. That one, if it doesn't do well, we'll just move it out. But right now it's doing fine. So all the ones here are not picky about soil type from what I can tell from my experience here. I did put some soil from the container to start it off. So this is a type of thyme. There you go. This is a creeping thyme. And I think it should do well over here. It is part of the mint family. So there's that. Whole bunch of sedums there. They should be able to bounce back later. So one that I am not sure about is this pomegranate. The leaves are small, so I'm thinking it should do well over here. So far, it's not doing bad at all. This was actually the first plant that was put in here just to see how well it will do. And I kind of like, you know, move some of the wood chips out. I'll do some more here so that it will help somewhat. So far it's not doing so bad. It was in 2 other locations before and was not really doing that much better. So I figure why not move it here and just see. Leaves a little crispy. I'm assuming this is just from the heat, but it can take full sun. So anyway, we'll just see how it goes. This is not going to be its forever home. This is just an experiment to see how well it's going to do here. And if we continue to see more leaf damage, we'll just put it somewhere else. But so far, not bad. Now, this is a bulletproof plant. I mean, this is tough. You can't kill it. And this was already here, so the root system is already established. And it is not showing any damage at all. It just looks like this. So this is fine. I like this here because it gives this space structural interest. And of course, I mentioned the lemongrass already. We'll just see how it does, but it did come back from the winter. All right, last but not least, look at this beautiful plant. This is called Kalanchoe. I think I looked it up and it's supposed to be an annual in our zone here. So unfortunately, it's not going to make it through the winter. I might need to bring it in. It doesn't say what the zone is here, does it? Anyway, I think I looked it up and it was saying that it's an annual in our zone here, but it takes full sun. All right, so because I know that this is an annual that might need to be brought inside during the winter, if I decided to do that, I decided that I was going to do this instead. Look at that. I just dug up the hole in the wood chips and just stuck this container in there because it did say on the tag that it does well in a very small pot. All right, you see where it says there, it thrives in small pots. So I didn't want to put it in the ground. That's another reason. So I figure I would just leave it in its original pot because it's doing so well already. And that way, if I choose to bring it inside for the winter, it's just easy. It's just easy to just take it out of this hole. So that is something that you can do too. All right, let's look at this rocky berm garden from this angle. And don't your eyes just get drawn to that hot pink color? That's why I thought it would be ideal to have that right there. It just makes it pop. So if you go back, it still pops. So anyway, it's just something beautiful to have right there while we are waiting for the wood chips to mostly break down before other plants could be added. So my goal for this rocky berm garden is to have mostly ground covers, of course, you know, with perennials and maybe some evergreens mixed in there. And hopefully the pomegranate will do well. If it does, of course, it will be like a small tree over here. So if you are wanting to start your rocky berm garden or just a berm garden in general, and you are using wood chips as well, hopefully you have gotten some ideas from this video. Right now it looks beautiful, but I would not mind having it be filled with a lot more ground covers, just waiting on these ground covers to take off. So hopefully by this winter, I will have a lot of the ground covers I would like to put in here, and just wait for them in future years to take off. So just looking forward to seeing how this whole rocky berm garden developed, and I hope you will come along with me and see how this berm garden will have developed over time. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. And until the next one, take care and bye for now. I forgot to mention earlier why they kind of look sad right now. They're trying to establish themselves. Even this one, this one doesn't look too good. So hopefully it will do well in a few weeks or so. I just have to keep watering them in. And I'm gonna go ahead and move some of the wood chips out, so that way they'll have a better chance to establish themselves in the beginning. Well, thank you again for watching the video. If you would like to support my channel, please subscribe and watch some of the other videos. The video links are up above for you. So with that, thank you so much in advance. Take care and bye for now.